Okay, everybody, we're back on the air.
How's it
Sorry for that
going,
little
guys?
delay. Yeah, sorry for that little delay. There's just some issues we were having, but we're fine now. Only 18 minutes late. It's okay. It's fine, We'll have a better quality show for you guys now. So, since last night, like from last night till right now, a lot has happened because we have a lot more views, we have a Twitter account, and we also have a YouTube page where we'll be posting our screen recording because we're also recording the screen while we're doing this. And so if you want to see pictures that go along with what we're saying and stuff, then you can just look at the YouTube channel, which is um, Tech Time Podcast. And our Twitter account where you get live updates is. I'm getting so confused. I have so many windows open. Our Twitter account is twitter.com/techtimepodcast or at techtimepodcast. So, let's get right into the news over here, Lucas. What happened today?
Well, not sure if many of you guys have heard, but the Samsung Galaxy S5 has been released, and I'm surprised on what they did.
Really? You're surprised?
Oh yeah, I thought they were gonna have that leather, fake plastic texture, whatever you want to call it, that crappy back. But no, it actually looks really, really nice.
Yeah, it does. And, well, here's the thing. We were saying on our show yesterday, it's still, like, that we didn't like the plastic. Still made out of plastic, okay? Let's not get our hopes up. But at the same time, it is soft. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like a soft touch finish. It's still
Mhm.
plastic, and I'm showing on the video feed right now. Sorry for you guys who can't hear. See, you can either listen live and not get the video, or you can listen recorded afterwards and you'll get the video, or you could listen recorded afterwards and not get the video, whatever the heck happens. But anyways, um, so what was I even talking about? Yeah, the colors. Okay, so they actually copied the iPhone. They made a gold one. What do you think about that?
It doesn't look too good. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And you know what? It's such an obvious copy. Like they're so
Mhm.
obviously copying Apple.
But I love the
Like
blue.
the blue's cool, yeah.
Oh, I love the blue.
And so, Lucas, I believe you have a spec sheet pulled up on the specs of
Yes,
it.
yes, I do.
Great. Why don't you tell me some of the specs, or I guess the viewers.
Okay, well, let's start off with it's waterproof, and
Yes. No, actually, it's water resistant, so it's not really
yeah, well,
waterproof.
I guess it's more splash proof.
Yeah, it's good. It's still useful because if I drop my phone in the snow or I drop it wherever, then I don't have to worry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What
It's
else?
got a fingerprint scanner, which we all knew it was gonna have.
Yeah, that was one of the one of the first things leaked about it. And you know what else it has?
A
A heart rate sensor.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's really very cool.
But I'm not, if I do get the phone, I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah, well,
I
I
don't
mean,
find people going crazy, really crazy over that.
I feel like it's a feature that's there,
Mhm.
but I don't think a lot of people are going to use it. Like it's for specific people. Like if you're the kind of person that is like gonna like really wants to use that stuff and you're really active, then yeah, I understand that. But I don't really think most people are gonna listen to that. I mean, sorry, not listen. Use that. I don't know what. My mind is going crazy. Okay. Some more specs. 16 megapixel camera, right?
Mhm.
It's 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 expected, right?
Oh yeah,
And
and it's
actually,
got.
my friend Antonio, okay, he actually told me about a very cool feature it has. It actually has something called a Wi-Fi booster that will use both. It'll use like let's say I'm downloading a really big app or I'm doing a video conference and I really want fast speeds, Lucas, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes Wi-Fi alone or LTE alone is not fast enough. So this phone has a feature where you can use both your LTE and your Wi-Fi.
Are you serious?
It's so cool, Lucas.
That's cool.
That's something that I'm jealous about. Okay, now I want my iPhone to have that feature. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that's something that you could add in the software. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is.
It's got 802.11 Wi-Fi, which is the fastest Wi-Fi
Yeah.
you can get.
Yeah.
Dual band, so if you're the cool guy like me, you have dual band, 2G and 5G.
Yeah.
Rogers fastest Wi-Fi router. And well, then again, saying it's waterproof, it's also dustproof too, which is really cool. And it has, what else does it have?
You know what I thought was another interesting thing is people were saying that the fingerprint sensor was going to be on the screen. No, it was
Yeah,
actually on the home button.
it would have been really cool if it was on the screen.
I know.
It's got an iron remote, USB 3.0,
Yeah, that's cool.
Bluetooth 4.0, and
Yep.
look at this. This is cool. Internal memory is 16 to 32. It's
Really?
got RAM. It's got 2 gigabytes of RAM. Micro SD card slot. Get this, up
Yeah.
to 128 gigabytes.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. That's crazy. I thought that would only be something that was going to be in the Note, but in something like this, that's pretty cool.
That's very good.
Features
That's
that it has: distant water resistant, ultra power saving mode. So
And you know what else? My friend is actually Antonio's just texting me while we're doing this. He's listening live. Hi, Antonio. He said also 12 hours of battery. Thank you very much for mentioning me. I mean, sorry, not for mentioning me, for reminding me. Okay, I said mentioning me because he wanted me to mention him, so. Yeah, so that's why my brain is getting messed up. Okay, so we've mentioned the S5, the specs, everything, the colors of it. Let's talk about the smartwatches now. Sorry if you could hear
oh,
that
okay.
Sorry if you could hear that notification. By the way, another thing. Just while we're going here, unfortunately, our video seems to have cut off right now. But that's actually so. Sorry about that. Well, we have to get that fixed. But it's actually not really a bad thing because uh, it was actually, I don't know if you guys could tell, the audio was kind of messing up at first. So I think that was why. So we're learning as we're doing this. But we're still going to be posting a video to YouTube. It just might not have really our screen caps, but I'll make sure to include photos in it. It might just not have exactly what I'm doing on screen. Um, which is, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the next story that we're going to talk about is what, Lucas?
The new family of the smartwatches. So we have the all new Gear 2,
Yeah,
Gear 2 Neo,
yeah.
and Fit.
That is a big line of smartwatches. And you know what I really didn't like about the Galaxy or the Gear or the Galaxy Gear? I don't even remember what the heck they called that. But um, what I didn't like is it was a rush job. They really just wanted to get that out before everybody else, pretty much. I really didn't like that. I actually think that these new smartwatches look pretty good. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that the Gear Fit, I mean, while still looking like a geek toy, I really do think it looks a lot cooler.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what did you think of them? I mean, I don't know about the Gear 2. I mean, it seems like it's
Mm-hmm.
probably going to have the obvious improvements.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they have I'm just
Well, they
reading
now
here.
integrated all the microphone and the camera into the actual watch itself, so
There's no what?
there's no wires running through the bands. Everything is kind of in that little watch part, I guess you can call it,
I'm
and you can
so
swap out the bands to different styles that suit you.
wow. Um, I have a. I'm so really happy. Sorry. Let me start over. Um, as in my like what I'm trying to say because I don't know what I'm doing. I want to thank you for knowing a lot about this because other than the obvious design changes, I really didn't know a lot about this smartwatch. Um, which brings me to my next point. Right, the smartwatches don't interest me at all. Like, why do I need a smartwatch?
Mhm.
Sorry, but why do I need a smartwatch? Like, I mean, I know it's
Mm,
cool. I can look
I
at my
know.
wrist. I can look at my
I well.
wrist. Sorry, go ahead.
Mhm.
You know what? I liked the fact that I can look at my wrist and I can see my notifications and everything.
Mhm.
But seriously, people, I mean, first world problems. You can't even take your phone out of your pocket, like for real. It's not that much
Yeah.
work. Is it worth the money that you're gonna spend on this thing? I mean, I think it's great for people who wanna like the Gear or the Samsung smartwatch, the Fit, the
Mhm.
Gear Fit. I think that's good because at least it serves a purpose for people who want to be fit. But the
Mhm.
other ones, I really don't understand what purpose they serve.
I guess it's another way to connect with your phone. So if your phone's so they give out this scenario. What if your phone's in another room? You can view your pictures and contacts and receive calls and send messages and use as voice from the wrist of your hand, right? The funny thing about this lineup is the Gear Neo and the Gear 2. The only difference between those two is that the Gear Neo doesn't have a camera.
Oh,
Same
okay.
specs,
Why do you need a
same
camera on
everything,
your
same
watch
4
though?
gigabyte
Like
internal
what?
flash storage that you can store pictures on. But
Sorry, what were you saying about how much storage it has?
that's another thing. And it has 4 gigs. So you can put pictures on there, music, and you can connect up to a Bluetooth headset.
That's good.
That's all right.
But I don't really think, like, why do I need to take videos on my phone? I don't really understand the purpose of this.
Mhm.
And not only that, Lucas, but like I just feel like this whole smartwatch thing is just gonna die out really soon, and I think these
Yeah.
companies are wasting their time making things like this. I don't think it's gonna catch off. I mean, sorry, I don't think it's gonna take off. I
Mhm.
think
I
it's
can
gonna.
see it.
I don't think it's gonna catch on. Is also what I'm saying. Like, I really don't think it's gonna make a big impact on the tech industry. To be honest,
Mhm. I
I
can
think
see the fit, but not so much the other ones.
yeah, and I honestly think that we're trying too hard to find something that's new. Like, we should just whatever happens that we think is convenient, fine. But these aren't really solving problems. Like, what's problem do these solve? I mean, okay, sure. Sometimes it's annoying if I leave my phone in my in whatever room and I go somewhere quickly and maybe I forget to take my phone. But seriously though, that's a very minor problem, and I don't think it's going to be worth the money for most people.
Hmm.
So, should we move on to the iPhone 6 rumors, or should we talk more about these watches?
I think we've covered everything.
I think I just kind of, yeah, I think now that I mentioned iPhone 6 rumors, it's like we kind of have to talk about that now.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so Apple is going to start using, apparently, they're going to start using sapphire crystal glass, or not glass,
Ooh.
sapphire crystal as their front displays instead of glass. Now, for those of you who don't know, sapphire crystal is pretty much stronger than glass, will pretty much almost like never scratch, like literally,
You,
it's so
you need to
hard to
have
scratch
diamonds
it.
in your pocket.
Yeah, it's very hard to scratch that. Very hard to crack it as well. And so, yeah, I was thinking this is this is gonna be great because you know what? We're not even gonna need to we're not even gonna need to have screen protectors anymore, or maybe even we won't have to have cases because we won't have to worry about cracking our phones if we drop them. Can you
Hmm.
imagine, Lucas, a day where it's not like, oh, oh, I cracked my phone or oh, I scratched my phone. It's like we don't have to worry about that.
I know. Imagine that.
And
Well, then you
so
also get the possibility of denting the metal casing.
yeah, well, yeah, that's another thing. So apparently it actually is unscratchable, and
Mhm.
apparently, thank you, Antonio, for telling me this. It's the second hardest, I guess, substance on Earth. I don't really know. I guess diamond is going to be probably the the hardest, but anyways, you know what else? It's been kind of weird because I've heard that, oh, it's only going to be on the bigger one, and now some people are saying, oh, it's only going to be on the smaller one. Maybe it's going to be on both. Like, it's kind of confusing. I really don't know what's going to happen.
Hmm.
So it's kind of interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. I think it's pretty safe to say that um, this phone is going to have a sapphire crystal display. And you know what else
Hmm.
I found interesting is Mark Shuttleworth, the CEO of Canonical. was actually talking about this, saying that of course, yeah, it's definitely probably gonna have sapphire crystal. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he was. He said it's gonna be. Hold on, where is his quote? I can't seem to find his quote right now. Um, apparently it won't be on the smaller one because it wouldn't fit. So he's commenting on it, and you know what's weird? The reason he actually can comment on this is because um, I don't know if you guys heard about that Ubuntu phone that was supposed to come out. Ubuntu
Yeah.
was supposed to make a phone, not even their operating system. They were supposed to make hardware, and that hardware was going to actually have a sapphire crystal display. It wasn't. It didn't get released because they didn't get enough crowdfunding for it. But I find it kind of interesting. He's commenting about this because he knows what about what he's like. He knows what he's talking about because he's experimented in this before with the Ubuntu phone because Canonical owns Ubuntu. Like they're kind of the same thing. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Hmm.
And you know that Ubuntu phone, it was actually so it would take so much money to kickstart. Like
Yeah.
I don't even remember how much it was, but it was a ridiculous amount of money. They didn't even get like I don't even think they reached half. They might have, but I don't think they even reached half. And even with what they reached, that was still a record in crowdfunding history.
Yeah, and it still wasn't enough. I think it would have been a really cool phone.
Well, definitely. It
But
was
to
way
start
ahead of its
off with
time.
like that big of a jump, I
I know.
think
It was so ahead of its time, Lucas. It was way too much.
yeah,
Too big of a jump. Exactly what you said.
they should have started off small and worked their way up.
And, speaking of Ubuntu, I kind of noticed that they're sort of putting less focus into their desktop and they're putting more focus in trying to get Ubuntu on phones, which I understand, but like they have an operating system and it's pretty solid. Like I mean it's not perfect obviously, but they do have some things set there that they know that they're going to do. So I'm just thinking like why don't they hurry the heck up and make this thing a real thing. Like they really should start. I mean, they probably are trying, but they really should try and get more hardware manufacturers to be on their side. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Nokia and ZTE or even Lenovo too.
Yeah.
Lenovo and Asus, they're making phones now that are actually really cool, really good budget phones. Like they start off at like $200, and you get pretty decent specs
Wow, that's good.
off contract.
Off contract too. Wow. Wow. You know what? I find it really amazing how. Speaking of low contract, I'm just gonna change the subject here. Pivot over to Google, and they're really doing a great job at taking technology that's really expensive and making it
Mhm.
affordable. Like for example, the Chromecast, way cheaper than an Apple TV, for example, or even a Roku. I mean, not much cheaper than a Roku, but still cheaper. Their Nexus line of phones, so good and so cheap. $350 unlocked. That's what it starts with. That's for a 16 gig. And their Chromecast is in the United States. It's $35,
And
and
it's
it's
here too.
really good, very good. No, but here it's $55. It's really
I
dumb.
know.
Everybody hates Canadians. Anyways, so that's another thing, and also like their Chromebooks are, although they do not run on a proper operating system, still for $200 you're getting a laptop that can browse the web super fast and boots up really quickly. It doesn't do a lot, but you know what? What it does well,
Mhm.
and I think that's very important.
I think that laptop defines netbook because net is short for what? Networking. That's what you're.
Exactly.
That's all you're doing on that computer is networking.
And do you know what,
You do.
Lucas? What are you doing 90% of the time you're on a computer?
I'm on the web.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to ask all of you listening right now, even though you might not be able to really, like, write
Tweet
into
it.
us. Why don't you tweet us at, our Twitter name. You tweet us at Tech Time Podcast and tell us, okay, whether you're listening live, whether you're listening after the fact, I don't care. Tweet us and tell us what you do 90% of the time when you're on your computer. Make sure to keep these responses appropriate. And while we're on this topic of, our Twitter account, we also have an email account. So if you have any questions and you need to send anything in to us, just email us at our email address is techtimepodcast1@gmail.com, and we'll try to get back to you, and maybe we'll even talk about these things on the show because you can leave suggestions. And you can also leave suggestions on our Twitter page and on our YouTube channel, and we'll be posting. Well, I was gonna post the screen cap, but that didn't go too well. So I'm just gonna post the our audio with some pictures, so you get like a visual with it, and that will be you could also that will be on YouTube at Tech Time Podcast, the YouTube channel Tech Time Podcast. Um, and yeah, so that's good, and you guys can leave comments in those too, and give us your feedback because we need your feedback. So, anyways, um. So yeah, I mean, as I was saying with Google, I think they're doing a great job
Oh yeah.
at what they're like.
I heard they were gonna cancel their Nexus line too.
Yeah, I heard something about that, but I don't really understand why that would make a lot of sense
Hmm.
because even if they were to start a new line of devices, that doesn't have the same name recognition. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, Lucas? Like, the Nexus line is known for making quality products for affordable prices.
Mm.
So I don't understand why they would do that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, I'm sure they have a reason, but I mean, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me right now. Because why else would they do that? Like, why would
Mhm.
they want to start a new line? Do you guys have any ideas? You can write us in on anything that, whatever,
Whoa,
however you want.
my thing's glitching up. Oh, there it
What
is.
is?
Okay,
What is glitching up?
David,
Okay, so.
everything's glitching up. Hold on.
No technical difficulties. We knew this would
David,
happen.
stop.
We knew this would happen. Um, okay, so,
Okay, I think I got it. What was the question again?
why do you think that they would want to end their Nexus line? Like, what benefit would they have? I mean, honestly,
Oh, it's still glitching up.
it is. What is
Yeah.
it like the one you're on Skype and it's like is that what it's doing? Oh no, technical difficulties. Well, this is great. Guys, we're learning. This is a learning experience for us too. Okay? I'll have to admit. Okay, Lucas. I'm gonna hang up on him and call him back. I'm gonna call him back and hopefully we'll fix these issues. Ooh, yay, Skype ringing sounds. This is great. This is great, guys. Look. Oh my goodness. Hello, are we working? Are we back? Hello? Okay. Well, guys, yesterday while we were doing the show, I was thinking, wow, I'm glad we didn't have any technical difficulties and everything went smooth. But that's not happening this time. Lucas, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. I was just saying, yesterday we didn't have any technical difficulties. We were really good. And now we're having technical difficulties, and I'm stuttering, and I'm all over the place. But you know what? We're good. We're good. We're doing this.
We're good.
Am I
First
really
time.
that bad? Am I that bad? Is it that bad?
No.
Yeah. Okay, back to the original question. Why do you think that Google would want to end their Nexus line and do something else?
You know what? I'm really not sure. I don't. I think they're. I think they're losing money because with the specs with the crazy specs that's on their phones.
And the crazy price.
Yeah, and that crazy low price. I think they're actually losing money by doing that. So I think that's why they're looking into canceling it.
Well, I don't know if they would cancel it as much as to maybe rebrand it and put it under another brand.
Hmm.
But I was just thinking, if they were to do that, that wouldn't make sense because the Nexus already has a really good brand and it's already well recognized. So I'm thinking maybe they would end their line, which actually would suck because I was thinking like I love those devices. They're so cheap and they're so
Yeah,
good.
they're awesome, especially their tablets too. Those are great tablets.
I know, and their Nexus 5 phone
Hmm.
is really great. Like
Oh yeah,
that thing, I don't know how they price that thing. Like
it's
seriously,
nuts.
they're so nice. It's like some really nice guy is like, we're not gonna rip you off. We're not about that. Meanwhile, every other phone manufacturer in the world is like, yes, we need your money. Give us your money. Like I don't
Mhm.
understand. So we might have to say goodbye to the Nexus line of phones,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I don't. I want to think. Well, I hope they don't go.
I really hope they don't
I
because
want
you
them
know
to
what?
stay.
They really should stay
Yeah, they should.
because like they really should. They really should
Yeah,
keep
they
that
should.
line. Well, I mean, not they shouldn't keep it if they're losing money. But think about how many other people are going to use other Google products because once you buy a Nexus device, you're
Mhm.
also buying into the the Google ecosystem, which
Mhm.
would in turn earn them more money.
Yeah.
And it would make you use their services more. So I feel
Mhm.
like that would almost make up for it, I'm guessing. And I think that's actually why Google has been able to get away with it so far is because think about what's making up for it, right?
Mhm.
What's their the ad revenue they're making because people are using their services more. I think that's how they're able to you know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have 3 minutes left.
So
So
next episode. Should
okay, so we have to talk about this. So our time slot, um, we were thinking Wednesdays at 8 o'clock and Sundays also at 8 o'clock. Um, and unless we have another issue like today, that wouldn't be good. But hopefully we don't. And
Mhm.
also, you can drop us a line on our YouTube channel. You could go to youtube.com/. Uh, wait, hold on. Let me just make sure everything's good. Everything's good. You can go to youtube.com/techtimepodcast. Okay, good.
Make sure you subscribe,
Good.
like.
Subscribe, and you can hear our audio stream along with some images there. That will, if you're like me and you hate listening to things, but you like listening to things and seeing like a picture, like a visual there, that's great. Um, and you could also leave comments there, leave us suggestions, and email us at techtimepodcast1@gmail.com. And you know what really made me angry, Lucas?
What?
Tech Time Podcast was already taken.
I know.
I had to put the number one, which I was like, this sucks, but you know what? I
I
guess
don't like that.
whatever. There's nothing we could do about it.
Yeah. I hope we
Like
don't have to change it.
we don't. Well, why would we have to change it? There's no we can't change it even if we want to.
It's my best idea yet.
Who would take that though? Who else would use that email though? Who else would use that? Like why would
I
anybody
don't
use
know.
that? um so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully next time we don't have as many issues as this and
Mhm.
things go a little smoother and hopefully I'm not as all over the place as I am today.
And don't forget to spread the word.
Yeah, spread the word. Tell everybody about this. It's an off day today, I'm stuttering, I'm all over the place, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
But
Anybody
we
who's
gotta.
listening live, I thank you for listening live. Anybody who's listening on YouTube right now, thank you. And just in general, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. See you guys. Have a good night.
Bye. Okay, Lucas.
Whoa.
That's great.
That was nuts.
That was, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I felt like I was stuttering a lot.
Mhm.
So this part is going to go on the end of the video because anybody who goes on the videos on YouTube will get an extra couple minutes after we're done recording.
All right. So is this it?
This is it. Yes, we're in the extras right now.
Oh, okay. So hey, extras.
Guys, so it was
Wait, do they
weird.
get to see me then?
No,
Because
they don't.
I'm in the little
They
box.
can't see you. No, no, no. It's just, anyways. It's just gonna be the logo because when there's no news going on, it's just gonna be our logo. Um, So
Mhm.
it's weird because while I was recording today, this is almost like a behind the scenes, by the way. While I was recording in the beginning, I was noticing your audio was kind of messed up, and I think it was because of the screen recording. And then the screen recording just kind of crashed, and it sounded better. And so the screen recording was causing some issues, and it crashed. So um, I don't think we're gonna do that. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put pictures of the stories that we're talking about
Mhm.
while we're doing it, and we'll just put that in the video, and then you guys uh, can listen, and you guys can look at those images. I mean, it's not that much, but it's better than nothing, kind of. And I think the best part about having it on YouTube as well is that um, when you have it on YouTube and you have it on Spreaker, and we should have mentioned this during the show. We applied to put it on iTunes. We submitted it. Um, I think the best part is that the more places you post your content, the more people you're gonna draw in, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's good. Anything you want to say, Lucas? I'm done talking.
Ah, no, I don't have anything else to say. Should we
Yeah.
talk about what we're going to talk about next episode?
Well, we don't really know because it kind of
Little
goes based
insight.
on it kind of goes based on what actually happens that day, kind of. But one
Mhm.
thing we're gonna do for sure is we're gonna go to the Mac, like we're gonna have the Mac Pro up, and we're gonna see how expensive we can possibly make it. It's gonna be fun, and then
Oh
we're gonna
yeah.
talk about the kind of people that are gonna need a computer like that, why you would need that, and why you probably won't need that. Why the
Mhm.
average consumer won't need that.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you all if you've listened to the end. The extras people, thank you very much. You're very special to us because you're listening to all this. So there's a little behind the scenes, a little bit of a glimpse into what's next episode. We'll catch you
Mhm.
next time. Have a good night. I stole that from you, by the way, Lucas. I'm using that now. Lucas,
Bye, guys.
I'm totally using that.
Hey. Yeah.
Totally stealing that off you. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.